Hello and welcome to day 9. And today we're going to be talking about insecurity, inadequacy, imposter syndrome, and increased sales. So I'm quite sure there are people out there who feel insecure in their lives. They maybe feel inadequate, and it doesn't have to be that way. The way you choose to feel is the way that you can make yourself feel. Nobody else can make you feel anything at all. It's actually all down to you. Now, if you're in a really bad place of insecurity and feeling inadequate in life, it can be a very difficult concept to get your head around, which is why having a coach to hold your hand can be really useful. But actually, once we can dig around and found the root cause of the insecurity and the feelings of inadequacy, then we can start to work together as a team to get you out of that state and get you in a situation where you're looking forward to the future and you have plans and things to be excited about. Now, the big one that I come across a lot of the time in the business people that I work with is imposter syndrome. Now, the definition of imposter syndrome is when an individual doubts their accomplishments and has a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. And a lot of people, particularly those who go out on their own in business, can often feel this. And they can't actually acknowledge that they are good at what they do, mainly because there's a lack of self-worth and there may be some feelings of inadequacy and insecurity as well. But once you can overcome that fear that you're not a fraud, and again, coaching can help you work through that and find out why you're feeling that way, you can then start to really come into your own. Because at the end of the day, research shows that in order to be an expert in your area, reading 2 or 3 books on the subject is enough to put you ahead of the rest of the population. So when you think about all of your years of experience, your qualifications, the amount of research that you do in your area of business, all of your knowledge, you are already positioning yourself as an expert in that field. So there is no need to feel like a fraud about it. So if imposter syndrome is something that you've struggled with, let's have a chat and see if we can get you out of that. And then the third one for today is increased sales. You need to get out of imposter syndrome. You need to be confident. You need to be able to deal with challenges, conflict, and change when they come up. You need to be mentally strong to deal with things in a calm and controlled way. And the majority of my clients, because not everybody comes to me who is in a position to increase sales because they may be employed, but the majority of my self-employed clients or people where they can influence the finances find that coaching has a positive impact on the number of sales that they make. One of my clients managed to double her annual turnover in the 6 months that we were working together, and she put a lot of that down to the coaching. And I have another client recently who has consistently month on month increased her sales since we started working together, and that's not entirely down to coaching, but she puts a huge amount of her mindset changes and her ability to deal with day-to-day things that come and get her in a much more calm and collected way down to the increased sales. So if you're not making enough sales in your business, if you're not making those conversions, or if you're afraid of feeling like an imposter and going out there and getting those clients that you need, let's have a chat and see if we can move you on to the next stage of your business. Thank you very much for listening to me today, and I will be back tomorrow with Jay. I look forward to seeing you then.